If you ever do come and try this new lake, if you've been to Clearwater before, you'll know you're parking a car park in a. Let's try that again. Hello, welcome back. It's the highly anticipated return of FFT. Now, I've not been fishing since December, I think. We're now in June. Been so busy, but I finally got a couple of days. I could just come and have a chill out. I've come down to Clearwater Fisheries, and I'm on their new lake. It's been open a little bit now. It's got a good stock fill. I think it's 260 fish. And when they stocked them, were from 1535. So there's some good fish in here. I don't really know anything about the lake. It's obviously not mature yet, because it's not been opened that long. Give you a quick look round. So I'm in this corner here. Then we've got, there's an island just in the middle. And on the right side of the island is a social peg. There's 3 pegs there which you can book exclusively for 3 anglers. And then the lake almost mirrors to the other side. There is 2 other guys fishing. They're in the opposite corner. I've just set up just here, peg 11. The reason I picked this is, one, wanted to get as far away from the other 2 guys. Number 2, I like a corner. And when I turned up, the owner said that there's no one else booked on, so I thought I'll set up here. I got here at what, 11 o'clock? No, half 10. There were no signs of fish anywhere, so I thought I'll set up here. Travelling very, very light. I'm only here for 24 hours, so I've set up here. If anything shows, I mean, I've got the option to fish all that water if I need to, so I can keep base camp here. Unless they start showing near that island, I can have a move up. It's not an issue. I've basically got my bib and my bed chair and a couple of bits. Fishing nice and simple because I don't know anything about the lake. What I've done, I've actually set 2 rods up and I put 2 PVA bags out just by far margin and one by the side margin. I've left the other rod out for the time being. The idea is obviously when it comes to about 5-6 o'clock, when hopefully the fish might start showing, I'm either going to move or stay here. Then I'm going to put 2 bags out to where the fish may be showing, and I've got a little plan of just baiting up an area in the bay and then dropping a rig in there later on, maybe like 7-8 o'clock this evening, just for the night. As I said, it's just a feeler session because I don't know anything about the lake. First impressions, yeah, obviously it's going to look better in a few years whenever everything grows, but I quite like it. Bit of a change, and as I said, I'm only here for 24 hours. I'm going to have to apologise if there's any wind noise. I've just unpacked the microphone and I forgot the transmitter that plugs into the camera, so I'm on my phone. I'm videoing on my phone and I've got my phone microphone, so it is what it is. It's probably only going to be a short video unless I catch a load of fish, which is unlikely, but you never know. Let's crack on and see how we do. As I stated in the intro, we'll just start with a couple of PVA bags and the rig, straightforward. Got the lever, the little cutout. Orange hook link, size 6 Kamakura, and a small krill dumbbell wafter. Fishing these on leaders. The reason I've done that is because I've been able to tie up. We've got 6 ready to go. We've got 6 of these ready to go. Big hoop, as you may know or may not. Nice big hoop. Tie with a figure of 8 on the end of your line, and that can pass through the leader. Right, so through the leader, and then drop the solid back through that leader, through the hook. Bit of saliva on there, tying it up, and you're rigged and ready to go. Nice, quick and easy. Right, let's get this out. I'll show you a little tip, a little hack to make perfect, really tight, solid bag. These are 60 by 180mm bags. As you would normally, I've got my PVA bag mixing here. This bucket's been going for 10 years now. I just fill it up with all sorts, just pellets from 2mm to 2.5mm, krill powder, any old boilies I normally crush them up, put them in, and it just keeps topped up. So a little bit of mix in there. Get my rig in there. Just a standard tap it down, as you probably already know. Put the leader in there, a bit more feed. Top that down. And top the bag up. Not too much. I'm filled about halfway there. Right. I like to push it down on corners, grab the bag, give it a twist, just a touch of saliva just on the twist, just there. Right, now here's my hack. So I've got obviously this massive tag end. What I like to do is cut down, make a cut like that, one cut, and then I cut parallel to that one. So I've got roughly 10mm, like a 10mm strip. All the way down. So you've got your massive tag end, and then you've got a 10mm strip. I'm going to grab that strip. I'm going to just put it on the twist like that. Turn the bag over. Get my twist. Get my little sliced off there, and wrap it round. And go down towards the bag. And it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter. A little bit of saliva just to hold it in place, and that has made that top extremely solid. You get the scissors, we'll get rid of all this. We don't need that. Make sure you don't cut through anything. With the bin, and then folding the ends. Normally you get quite a bit of air in here, but because I've got that so tight now, I can barely get a corner. That's the only bit of corner I can get. Bit of saliva on that, fold it over. Same on the other side if I can get anything. Oh, I've just managed to get a little bit. And then just a bit on that end. Where's my scissors? I'll just put my scissors. There we are. And I'll just give that a final trim up the top here. Just like that. Touch more saliva. And that is absolutely solid. Completely solid. There's a little hack for you. That's the rig I just actually brought in. So round, 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 and that's going back in the stock, ready for a recast later on in the day. It's just gone 5 PM. It doesn't look like anyone else is turning up, which is good news, although the gates don't close till 6. Now, throughout the day I've seen a few bits of activity. There's been a couple of fish showing right in front of me. There's been 2 shows, and then there's been quite a lot of activity. Let me just spin you around so you can see. There you go. Quite a lot of activity just in like the mouth where the island is. I don't know if you can see the coot just floating there in the water. Around that area there's been quite a lot of fish showing there. So if no one turns up in the next hour, the master plan is to bang a bag in that area. I'll probably move down to peg 2 for the cast out, walk the rod back to my swim. I've got a bag over by the far bank where I saw the show earlier, so that's good. And then in the bay I've been putting just a few carpals and boilies every hour, not many, just a few. So what I'm going to do, come 6 o'clock, I'm going to cast the line over to the bank. I'm going to walk round. I've been around there already. There's a few clear areas I've seen, and I'm going to drop my rig in and put quite a bit of bait in over the top of it, and then that will sort of be set just about right time for bite time, I think. But as of yet, it's been pretty quiet, but I'm not complaining. It's just nice to relax. One downside, 2 downsides that I've found so far. One, the motorway is just behind the trees there. It's quite noisy. 2, no 4G or anything. So I've got no phone signal. Well, I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing, but I've got no phone signal. So it's nice and peaceful, to be fair. Yeah, so first impressions of the lake. Yeah, quite a nice lake. I quite like the idea of the little social area. Like I said, it takes triangulars, and the island's sort of in like a bow shape, so it's almost like you've got your own little lake that's obviously connected. I think there's a little fire pit on the back of it as well, which is quite a nice little touch. Might be good to get a couple of lads on there for the weekend. Phil, Warren, if you watch it, we'll see. But yeah, no, it's nice and peaceful. So as I said, I'm going to give it 1 more hour when I know the gates are locked, and then I'm going to get the master plan into action. Oh, just one other thing. They're going to be fished on bags. The one that I'm going to drop in, I'm going to fish on a little 10mm yellow pineapple pop-up, I think. Just to mix it up a little bit, but we'll see. So, let's crack on. Some 2 magpies just landed right on the spot where I'm going to be casting my line, and it's, as they say, it's 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy. That's got to be a good omen. We've just gone 6 PM, no one else has turned up, gates will be locked, so it's time to initiate the master plan. Let's go. Okay, so 6:15, we're all set. 15 minutes it took. Got a bait over by the end of the bay, the one that I've hand lined in, surrounded it with quite a few 40mm crow boilies and halves. One directly out in front of me by the far margin, and I have shalabadaba ding donged one right down almost into the social peg area where I've seen quite a bit of activity throughout the day. Something I wouldn't normally do, bang one over there, bang one over there, and bang one right over there, but there's no one here. I'm only here for 24 hours, so I may as well make use of pretty over a third of the lake. Who knows what's going to happen? We'll see. Going to get some dinner on, I think, then get settled down a little bit, planning on having an early night. If there's no action, those rods won't move now till the morning. Hopefully we'll get some action though. But as I said, I'm planning on quite an early night because I want to be up at the crack of dawn, get the eyes on the water and see if there's any other signs that we can maybe cast to. But until then, I'm going to get my dinner on. Good morning. Very uneventful night last night. Nothing whatsoever. One thing that slightly surprised me is I've been fishing with tight lines, and I've got, as you've seen from yesterday's clips, I've got lines that way, and right across the lake that way. Not even had a single line bite. Not seen any fish. After the final clip yesterday, one fish crashed out about 8:30. That's all I've seen. And I woke up at 5 and I've not seen a fish. I've been watching the water. It's what time is it now? It's 6:30. So for the past hour and a half I've not seen anything. The bobbins haven't moved. I checked my receiver, make sure I've not missed a bite whilst I've been asleep. Nothing. Did rain a little bit, but not too bad. Just had to close the side doors on the river, kept the front open. Yeah, very, very quiet. I'm going to be off by 10, so realistically I need to start packing down at 9, so I've got 2.5 hours left. So I'm going to finish my brew. I don't know whether to refresh the rods. I don't think I need to. I don't think there's any fish up this end today. So anyway, we'll see. Another hour and a half before pack down, and you never know. You never know. Where the f*** was the receiver? I can't come back to something every